Hello and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition with Nima and Blackwall and Sarah and Vivienne and a very nice cabin. One of the things I'm noticing about this area is they all have this like grass covered roof thing, which is pretty sharp. So we just picked up Blackwall, the Grey Warden, and one of the things I want to do first is head back to Haven. Well, okay, actually, first I want to look at this waterfall, because it looks awesome. Did I pick that up? Yes. Okay. So we're going to go back to Haven. And I want to finish up with the Horsemaster, and I believe there is a assignment that we gave Cullen at the war table that needs to be completed. So we're going to head back to Haven and see if he's done with that. And maybe check in with a few of our friends. We haven't really talked to anybody except Varric and Cassandra. So I want to check in with a few people, see what they have to say about current events and things. Just getting a drink here. I have to say, I've been doing this now for, I don't know, maybe a week and a half. It's become a really stress-relieving part of my day to come into this at the end of the day, and I swear I'm sleeping better after doing this. I'm not a person who sleeps super well, but I also don't necessarily always need a lot of sleep, but I find that, I can't explain it, but after I started doing this, I just go to bed in a good mood and sleep better. So, hey, whatever works, right? So we already talked to Cassandra over here, but I think we can also talk to Cullen. So let's say hi to him.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
Very Nima answer choice here.
At least I got everyone's attention.
That you did. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
I must have this mark for a reason. It will work, I'm sure of it.
Provided we can secure aid, but I'm confident we can. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
It's actually funny. Cullen is kind of a lot like Drew. I hadn't really realized this before, but something that Drew and Nima have in common is their altruism, their desire to help people. Drew's very pragmatic. Nima's very impulsive, but they're both reasonably optimistic and hopeful people, and Cullen has a lot of Drew in him. I hadn't really thought of that before. Poor Drew is having an awful time in the Stranded Deep series. Each episode I go in, I'm not sure if he's going to get out. Did one last night. I alternate each night, so I'll go back to him tomorrow. Maybe he'll make it. All right, yeah, I mean, she'd love his enthusiasm, but not that much. Nima's not looking for a relationship here. I guess we'll go with you've thought this through.
You've given this a lot of thought.
I know what happens when order is lost, and action comes too late. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Ryden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
One of the things that I enjoyed doing with Fractured Everest books 4 through 7 was to take Nima and Drew, give them each a 2-book series to themselves, and to give them each a challenge the other one would have been better at. So Nima is faced with a situation where her impulsiveness and her desire to just leap before looking really works against her. And then Drew is placed in a situation where, as much as he wants to plan and advance, scout everything, he has to think quickly on his feet and improvise. And so each of them finds himself in a spot that the other one probably would have been better at. And I had a lot of fun with that.
I'm used to delivering children and helping.
All right, I think we spoke with Liliana already, but let's check in.
Blessed are the
Nope.
peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood? To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing?
You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
No, Nima doesn't speak for a god.
I speak for no one but myself, and I have no answers for you.
You probably don't even worship the Maker. Lucky. He asks a lot. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
I'm sorry. Her death has clearly hit you hard.
Not just me. All of us. She was the divine. She led the faithful. She was their heart. If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come. To work, then. We will speak later.
And I have to say that's another interesting parallel. I mean, obviously Liliana very physically resembles Wanda Dobrowolski of in Under Everest, but Wanda's a very similar character to Liliana in that she's very driven, she's very passionate, and she's very wounded, having lost her entire family in Poland in World War II. And kind of lost without a purpose now, not understanding what her life has been for. So very, very similar, very interesting. Maybe I'm just making, I guess you see what you want to see. Maybe I'm making these connections needlessly, but or inaccurately, but it's what I'm seeing.
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinia's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the breach. Mistress Kadash, this is the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
Okay. I never considered where Haven's ownership came from, but there's a big hole in the sky.
Demons are pouring from the sky, and you're worried about land claims?
Haven is the d'Aurelion's rightful property.
Has Empress Selene officially acknowledged your possession of Haven? I was unaware Her Imperial Majesty had conferred with Ferenden's monarchs on this matter.
The Empress has not yet had the opportunity to do so.
We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montilyet. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
That was well done.
I'm so pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montpellier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas's politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
All right. Let's turn in some research here. That's good. All right. Let's see if we can, if they've completed their the Watchtower quest at the war table here. Oh, that's right. This came up last time. Okay, so I think there's one in here that gives us more inventory, and I think I would want that. So is that secrets? Don't know why it would be. Connections. Inquisition. There we go. Increases inventory by 15. Okay, good. Alright, now let's check over here, and I think this is the watchtower. Build watchtowers. Report ready. Commander Cullen, with the watchtowers built, we've had advance warning of demon and bandit attacks. The area is safer for both refugees and farmers who fled the nearby fields. Much appreciated, sir. It's good to know that the Inquisition is willing to put in the time to help these people. Corporal Vale. Our buddy Vale in the main town there. Alright, so that's done. Now I want to go back, but I remember last time we talked to somebody outside the main gate who talked about this area here, the Storm Coast, and Bull's Chargers. So that's somebody we can go check out as well. So let's just unlock this area. Sister Liliana, Lieutenant Harding, led a small complement of soldiers to the Storm Coast region to investigate reports of Grey Warden activity. She sent word that her party had established a camp near the shore, but we had received nothing further. At this time, the status of Harding and her mission remains unknown. Uh-oh, Harding. No, I don't want to go there yet. Thank you, though. As worried as I am about Harding, I want to go close out this Horsemaster thing first. Then we'll head to the Storm Coast. All right. Mother Giselle, I'll talk to you, but you know, I think he'll still be there. Let's head to Hinterlands and the camp. So farmland security. So we'll go right here. All right, and let's see. Let's bring Sarah. Let's go with Blackwall. And we've taken Vivian out a couple times now. Let's give Solus a turn again. I don't want anybody to feel too left out. Nima would want everyone to feel included. I'm continuing to work on the volume issues with this game in particular. It's interesting. I find I have to turn the volume in the settings to this game way up versus other games I'm streaming. I'm not sure really why that is. I also am aware that there's a bit of a delay in my audio that only happens in the recording. It doesn't happen when I'm actually doing it live. I'm working on it. There's going to be a point where I'm going to probably take a day or two to just try to work out kinks in streaming. But right now I just want to keep going through, and I appreciate people's patience with it. Each time hoping to improve things a little bit more. All right, so we do see a couple level ups here. Let's get those done quickly. Everybody except Nima, I just auto level up. So Solus, you can level up. Blackwall, you can level up. Sarah, you can level up. Nima doesn't level up. Okay. Alright. Let's head over to the Horsemaster here. So a very brief stop in the hinterlands, I think. Unless he gives us something else to do. Alright, first we'll let Braun know. And we got those watchtowers up.
Going to defend themselves. They'll need real defenses. I've got a few ideas.
I've built watchtowers in the areas you recommended.
Nicely done. That'll give both your refugees and our farmers some warning next time trouble pays a visit. I'll speak to the master and have weapons sent to your people at the crossroads.
Alright, good deal. Wonder if we could see the watchtowers. Yep, I see one up there. I think that maybe that isn't one. Hard to tell where they would be now. Oh well.
Let's look
Talk to
around.
Dennett.
Elena says you got rid of those demon-cursed wolves. Should be safer for our farmers now. You've held up your end of our bargain, Inquisition. You'll have my whole stable and good hands to go with it.
Alright, great. But what about you?
Use forces to the Inquisition. What about you?
Well, you've cleaned up the area, and I can't say I'm not tempted. Still, it feels wrong to abandon my land to go play horsemaster again.
Huh. Okay then.
Watch yourself, Inquisition. It's ugly out there.
Same to you. Alright, got that done. Now we can head off to the new area. I mean, there's a million things still to do here, so we'll keep coming back. But don't want to get hinterlands fatigue. We want to mix it up. So let's head to the Storm Coast. I've been thinking about editing these loading screens out. It would be decently more work to do so, but I do think that, it's just a big black screen sitting there for 30 seconds, so not too interesting. It's not much for me to say while it's up.
Your worship, for what it's worth, welcome to the Storm Coast. I would have sent word sooner, but our efforts have been delayed.
How so?
There's a group of bandits operating in the area. They know the terrain, and our small party has had trouble going up against them. Some of our soldiers went to speak with their leader. Haven't heard back, though.
Alright, well, I'm glad Harding's okay. We'll definitely look into that. We want to help those guys.
I'll do what I can to find our people.
Thank you, your worship. That's a relief. The soldiers didn't have an exact location for the bandits, but they were starting their search farther down the beach. With all this fuss, we haven't been able to conduct a proper search for the wardens either. Well, good luck, and enjoy the sea air. I hear it's good for the soul.
I can attest to that sea air being good for the soul thing. Every time I get close to the water around here, it's very rejuvenating. Alright, I see a little exclamation point. What the heck is that noise? Excuse me. I'm trying to talk to you, not jump around. Sorry. There we go.
What is it?
You may want to look into this.
Okay, it's another one of those little collection missions. Alright, let's take a look at the map. Well, we don't know much, but I'd like to find these wardens. Or our guys. So we'll head towards that. Off we go. And yeah, there was a super scary noise there. Some kind of big ass monster. I didn't have any dragons in the Everest books until the third one. But I like to think that once I brought him in, I made him worth the wait. They get a lot of build up, but once you see the dragons and Dragons of Everest, I was very happy with them. I was very happy with how they worked out. I think we need to go up this street here. Beware of falling rocks. Okay, up this street, up this path. Oh, there's a little house or something up there. All right. There are 14 dragons in the Everest books. I picked the number 14 because there are 14 8,000-meter peaks in the Himalayas. And there was one dragon imprisoned in each mountain of those 14. Alright, here's our bad guys. Hey, how you doing? I'm invisible. And now, you're not there anymore. Oh, gotta leap. Good to see Blackwall in action there. Nicely done. Nobody back there. Alright. I think this is our last guy. Oh, it's an armored puppy. I mean, don't make me fight the dog. I'm leaping. Alright, Nima. Fight's over. You can stop. Okay. Just clear this here. Alright, so what? Whoa! Oh, I thought that was a skeleton standing in the... It's Sarah. Sarah, what are you doing? I guess as a fellow rogue, she has the same abilities as Nima. Alright, so we're looking for something. Some loot. Chest. I know I should probably be stopping every time we find treasure and like comparing it to other treasure, but I feel like there's a downtime moment when we can do stuff like that. You know, it's not like we're losing fights here. Alright, where is this warden information? Oh no, that's right, different quest. We're looking for the, advance to the rendezvous point. Well, isn't that where we are? Let's take a look at the map here. Inquisition soldiers were dispatched to meet with a group of bandits operating on the Storm Coast. The Inquisition lost contact with the soldiers before their planned rendezvous with the bandits advanced to the rendezvous point. I mean, I think we are at the rendezvous point. Alright, well, then I guess we will just move on for the moment. See if we can find a bull in these chargers. Oh, hey guys. Are you who we're looking for? How's it going? I'm gone. And you're done. Leap. Oh. Leap. I like the idea that she would actually announce the leap. Leap. There we go. That guy's nice. They're very colorful shields these guys have. Okay. And apparently being defeated just burns them with anger so much that they just evaporate. Alright, I guess we'll go back down this hill. And see what we got down here. It's nice to be in another region besides the hinterlands. I think the hinterlands is basically the only place we've done any fighting. Seems like this is, I don't know, Dragon Age Seattle or Pacific Northwest. It's very forested. It's very wet and rainy. Is everybody still with me? All right, guys, you're very quiet today. You know, feel free to let some banter out whenever you're ready. Okay, here we go. Whole bunch of stuff going on here. Hey, what do you think about that? Alright, yeah, get in there, Blackwall. Alright, that guy's gone. Yeah, I think this is Bull and his Chargers. Look at the size of that hammer. That is ridiculous. Fortunately, he's mostly hitting the ground with it.
Chargers! Stand down! Prim! How'd we do?
5 or 6 wounded, Chief. Dead.
That's what I like to hear. Let the throat cutters finish up, then break out the casks. So, you're with the Inquisition, huh? Glad you could make it. Come on, have a seat. Drinks are coming.
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously Iron Bull.
Iron Bull, I presume.
Yeah, the horns usually give it away. I assume you remember Cremisius Aclassi, my lieutenant.
Good to see you again. Throat cutters are done, Chief.
Already? Have them check again. I don't want any of those Tevinter bastards getting away. No offense, Krem.
None taken. At least a bastard knows who his mother was. Puts him one up on you Canary, right?
So, you've seen us fight. We're expensive, but we're worth it. And I'm sure the Inquisition can afford us.
Heck yeah, these guys seem great.
The Chargers seem like an excellent company.
They are, but you're not just getting the boys. You're getting me. You need a frontline bodyguard. I'm your man. Whatever it is. Demons, dragons, the bigger the better. And there's one other thing. Might be useful. Might piss you off. Ever hear of the Ben Hasra?
Nope. Never heard of it.
I've never heard of it.
It's a Canary order. They handle information, loyalty, security, all of it. Spies, basically.
Excuse me.
Or, well, we're spies. The Ben Hasrath are concerned about the breach. Magic out of control like that could cause trouble everywhere. I've been ordered to join the Inquisition, get close to the people in charge, and send reports on what's happening. But I also get reports from Ben Hasrath agents all over Orlais. You sign me on, I'll share them with your people.
Sounds good. Come on in.
All right, you're in.
Excellent. Krem, tell the men to finish drinking on the road. The Chargers just got hired.
What about the casks, Chief? We just opened them up with axes.
Find some way to seal them. You're Tevinter, right? Try blood magic. We'll meet you back at Haven.
All right. So that's Bull. I think we'll stick with our current group here. Sarah and Blackwall. Solus. There we go. Alright, well they look like they'll be a big help. We'll see them back in Haven, as Iron Bull said. Let's just run down the beach. Boy, I love this. Look at these waves. This is awesome. I've already told a lot of sea stories in the Stranded Deep playthrough with Drew, so just in case I'm having somebody listen to this too, I'm not going to tell them again, or at least not yet. I can't promise I won't ever. I do like to tell sea stories, but I was in the Navy, and I do like the ocean. I like a good storm. Look at that. Look at that. That's awesome. That is awesome. And I love how they somehow engineered it so that these waves are incredible and powerful, and yet they never really actually get to you. They look like they would.
Excuse me?
Excuse yourself. Whatever you said and what I did, same difference to me.
I'd hoped, well, our people can sometimes feel the rhythm of the language, despite lacking the vocabulary.
Uh-huh. Know what else is good? Words that mean things. Like these. Words.
But heed is Lhasa.
Two people from the same culture and yet very different cultures. It's a good reminder that not everybody's the same. Alright, I'm going through this because this looks awesome. Look at that. Ooh, there's something to get up there. Some iron. I think we had, yep, we're looking for iron and serpent stone for this little iron survey. Sounds good. I'm grabbing these plants wherever I see them. Of course, Nima can barely walk without jumping. She's not this jumpy in the books. I like jumping. Alright, now that looks like a building or a structure somewhere we might need to go at some point. Oh, got some flames here. Let's take a look. Anybody home? Uh-oh. Creepies. Oi, oi. Dragon Age has very, very creepy spiders. Not gonna lie. Alright, guys. I really want to find this rendezvous point. I feel like we went the right way, but it didn't seem to trigger the rest of the quest. So I'm wondering if maybe we got to come in from a different angle. Oi, that's not a spider. Whatever made that sound. Oh wow! Look at this. Dragon and something. Electrical powers. Each one of my 14 dragons has a different ability. None of them are electrical. It's a big, big monster. Apparently my group is stunned speechless by this. Alright, let's head away from that. If we can. See if we can head up this way. So one of the primary dragons in the series is the Thread, who has telekinesis powers or telekinetic powers, and he's a mind reader. And you can read more about him. He plays a big role in Dragons of Everest, but you can also read more about him in Talons and Threads, which is a novella and short story collection that I also have available, and the threads on the cover. Alright, well here's someone. Someone friendly? Hey guys, are you friendly? Nope. Okay. Then, we'll have to be unfriendly too. Alright. Knock, knock. Oi. Whoa. I may have walked into a bit of a hornet's nest here. Alright, well, they're going down pretty quick. I want this guy. Hey. I'm content to let Blackwall deal with the big ones, and I try to hit the people on the edges there. I figured Nima's job is not to be up front. Wow. I'm not even putting a dent into this dog here. What? What are you doing? Alright, this is probably the hardest fight we've had since the big fight in the first episode with the demon. It's mostly these dogs. I want to get this big guy down. Alright, he's down. Not hard in terms of us getting hurt, but just hard in terms of the amount of time it's taking to finish the fight. I guess when you put armor on a big dog, it lasts a long time. Alright. Well, we managed to complete the quest for find the rest of our people, though I don't actually see the rest of our people. Hard in Hightown by Varric Tethris. If Varric was here, he probably would have had something to say about that. So, no people. Whoops. Alright, well I say we head back to the main camp and see if reporting in triggers anything. I think we can just fast travel there. Oh wow, look at the distance we've come. Okay, let's head back here. Storm's Solitude. And, nope. Okay. Well, I think we've accomplished something. Let's check the quest. Let's see, can we see completed quests? Yeah. In the Storm Coast. Got cleaning house. Inquisition soldiers were dispatched to meet with a group of bandits. The Inquisition lost contact with its soldiers for the planned rendezvous with the bandits. Advance the rendezvous point. I can only guess that, unfortunately, our soldiers were killed. And, we at least got revenge. So here in the Storm Coast, we've got rifts, finding camps, finding signs of the wardens, and then this iron survey. I wouldn't mind doing this warden, look for signs of the wardens. I mean, we got Blackwall with us. So maybe we will do that next time. I think I'm going to put a cut or call an end to this particular episode. And I appreciate everybody running alongside Nima as we leave our group in the rainy Storm Coast. So stay safe out there, everybody. Make good choices, as they say. Take care of each other, and I will see you next time. Forgot to save. All right, now I will see you next time. Bye-bye.